I love making videos. This is exit 199, one exit from exit 200, 8 West out to San Diego. Don't take that exit. You'd go up to Florence into Casa Grande. When I was in Arizona City, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. If I remember correctly, I was out on the road doing teams at CRST when my parents heard from Jerry and Shirley. They told them when they had their Big Bear City mountain house, flashbacks, so flashing back to Big Bear City house where my parents lived for 30 years, but it was the 4th and final house that they built. They not only built one house when I was in high school, they built a second house near San Diego State University, a third house up in Big Bear, and a fourth house up in Big Bear. And ultimately I'd buy 4 houses in Arizona City, but I'd end up here. Current date is early morning of October 27th in Denver, Colorado. I'm in my Mercantile Square loft making my very early morning video. This is a photo as well out walking. This is over on the other side of Cummins Park and Platt Street here in Denver, Colorado. You can see by the pumpkins, I think it was around Halloween. Here in Denver, where at my Mercantile Square loft, I never run out of places to see, places to walk, and pictures to take, and photos and videos. In Arizona City, to tell you the truth, I love my mother and father. I'm so happy to see them every single month for between Big Bear City, up in the mountains, and Arizona City. I saw my mother and father every single month for my home time when I was driving for CRST and night transportation for 13 years. But now here I am in the Mile High City. 5,280 feet above sea level, much different than Arizona City, and also, well, Big Bear City as well. I've been living now in this loft for about 2 years now. I love making videos, flashing back, reviewing my life. It's kind of like my video journal. This is Doug, of course. Let me jump in first and say the date is midday, April 26th, 2024, and I'm at my Mercantile Square loft apartment. One of my favorite things to do outside of when I'm driving for Lyft is to be here in my loft and make video. Hello everyone, this is Doug. We're on our first full day, Sophia and I. We're just sitting and she's right there. In fact, we can hold the camera because it's not. First full day together. And Sophia's so awesome. You know, as I've said, I'm not going to keep saying it over and over again. I was released, I was set free with night transportation. Now, since May of 2022, I've been driving a 2017 Prius and drive for Lyft, so you could say transitioned in from driving to Tokyo to Lyft with Doug, Denver, Colorado.
Life, it's like a classroom, it's like an office. It's a place where my memory catches up with me. It's a place where I get far enough away from my past that I'm not worried about it, and something about that makes me not even worried about my damn future, and I can be present, and then all of a sudden my past and the future all makes hell more sense. Road trips are so good for us, in the head and the heart and the spirit, and I'm ready to take one.
It's not about being wasteful either. You just gotta find that balance. By taking care of yourself takes care of more than just yourself.
This is where I'm living, Modo, Lower Downtown Historical District, here in the heart of the Mile High City. And I'm also mentoring with Matthew McConaughey, Tony Robbins, and Dean Graziosi.
That's the sweet spot.
Again, how about you? You wanna take a road trip? I'll take my road trip, you take your road trip. And if you can't take a little road trip right now, what about a road trip you've taken in the past? Share some memories, some photos, some videos of road trips in your past where you crossed some things that turned you on, that you got an appetite for.
I love downtown Denver. I live in the historical district, and I've lived in Cap Hill. In the 18 years I lived in Denver, I lived multiple rentals. I moved here originally age 37, 1990. Moved away. I took a one-way train ticket from Denver, Colorado to Southern California in January of 2009, which would ultimately turn into a 13-year trucking career between two companies, CRST and Knight Transportation. But here I am. I've come full circle back to Denver. I'm living in the Mercantile Square Loft in the heart of the historical district. Going with the Matthew McConaughey thing.
That's awesome, man. Are you hanging out here? Or are you taking it to go?
To go.
To go?
I mean, to here.
For here, let's do it.
This is my main dude. He's my favorite one. And Josh over here is like the main bartender. He does all kinds of shit. And
He's the best. He's the best.
And so I'm doing nachos. Hello, Tokyo. My Driving to Tokyo channel is about driving, but it's also about Tokyo and Japan.
Try to touch my hand.
It's like you're on LSD. You're not even high. You just look at these.
Fun.
Don't you? Don't they?
You want to look through?
That's okay.
Oh, come on. Check it out.
No, check it out. Do you have the
It
great?
doesn't hurt, I promise.
I mean, you haven't done the Grateful Dead scene, only, right?
Huh?
You haven't done Grateful Dead?
Oh, I love great.
Yeah, I met Mickey Hart in the Grateful Dead.
That is pretty cool.
Yo, look at that. Look. See, we gotta.
There it is.
See, we have to let the younger folks know. I'm
is really-
70.
that is really cool.
That us that are in the 60s or whatever, we're still cool.
Yeah, we are.
We're still
We
cool.
had the coolest cars, the coolest music. I mean, you know.
No, and we have to
Peace and
remember.
love.
Yeah, peace and
Yeah.
love. We have to remember. Like I graduated from high school in 72,
3 here.
73. So you understand. Most of my friends are in their 20s and 30s because I can't relate to people my age, but I can relate to you guys.
For sure.
But how do you like those?
They're pretty cool.
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt your thing.
No,
That's
it was
okay.
all
We're
good.
just wandering.
Okay, wandering.
Thank you. You put a good.
Uh-huh. It's so funny, Gentry. I just met these really cool dudes.
Oh, what's he doing?
And he already took off. He just vanished. He probably he probably wasn't even here.
I thought he was some kind of performer. he started setting some stuff.
I put his glasses on. I felt like it was on acid or something.
Oh,
Bro,
I was trying to figure out what
you
he-
don't got any money yet, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna get some money. That's the name of the game.
How do you ride this? Have you ever done this before?
Yeah, you just gotta scan it.
Morning, folks, and this is live. Now, I've said this, I don't know if it's coming through. I'm holding my 1 terabyte phone in my hand, and I'm shooting this video, and it's at 11 seconds, and I can make a 10-second video, a 2-minute video, and I'm talking to you. I can add music, and then as soon as I push the stop button, it goes automatically to my iMovie on this phone. Matthew McConaughey, I'm still trying to introduce you to my main dude here.
Dude, I would love to meet Matthew McConaughey.
No Meta Nature in the city, and it's Wednesday, November 1st. Now, this last weekend, put this in perspective, we had our first snowstorm on Saturday and Sunday. It was very cold. He's been to my loft.
Yes.
How's it going, brother?
Man, it's going good. It's finally
Okay.
chilled out around here.
I think I might get nachos.
Some nachos for here?
Yeah, for here.
Sweet.
White rice, black beans. So I have a channel.
White rice, black beans.
They all
Got
know
some
me.
of those red veggies on there?
Yeah, just all the free shit, dude.
Got it.
So how's it going, bro?
Man, it's going pretty good. I've been
How's your girlfriend?
doing good. I went to the game last night and Nuggets came back with 21 points down.
Really? They were down 21 points?
Dude, it was such a great comeback.
And you went to the game?
Yeah, I brought my friend Tammy and her kid.
Wow.
They've never been to a game before. What meat on here?
I'll have chicken.
Chicken.
And all the free shit, dude.
You want Colorado style or all
Yeah,
queso?
Colorado, whatever you want, bro.
Got it.
Yo, I appreciate it. Let me videotape you.
Anytime, man.
I'm weird, dude.
I'm a photogenic enough guys.
Yeah, no, I know you're busy, dude. You gotta come by my place. We gotta do a video sometime.
Definitely. Let me know, man. We don't see you as much anymore.
no,
You're
I-
a daily guy.
Yeah, bro. I'll make time for you anytime, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, stop by and let me know, man.
Yeah, text me. Matthew, I really get, because I'm still grooving down my path, dude. So, I'm in the holding lot in my Prius, the same holding lot where I drove a taxi when the airport first opened up. It's now been 27 years.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy you're making those videos.
I love St. Mark's Coffee House. You have to be here. There's nothing like the real thing. So it's a beautiful winter day. It's 57 degrees. I'm gonna actually, here's the deal. I fucked up. And here's how I fucked up. My favorite Japanese restaurant. Look at my gray beard. This is a young dude.
This beard's going gray soon.
He just subscribed to my channel. What's your name, bro?
Jason.
We just hit up. He has
I got a crying dog. She want to go somewhere.
This, it says, congratulations. I'm reading this because I don't know exactly, I can't remember when it was, but I do know I attended a 3-day, 8 hours a day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. virtual event in my loft called Launchpad.
Secret of you influencing to get a yes. And you have to get a yes. In your business, in your life, in the promotion you want, in launching your course, in having a workshop or a mastermind or a community or a membership or writing your book and you want people to say yes, or doing a podcast and you want people to come and listen. The way you get people to listen to you, to agree with you, to say yes to you, is to allow them to feel understood.
I'm in my car. I just pulled over in a parking lot that's by a place called Sloan Lake. It's a huge lake. I've never actually walked all the way around this lake. One cool thing about Denver, and I have a lot to talk about. December 8th, 2023. There's so much to talk about.
Sometimes we get so excited about what we have, what we want to deliver, that we forget to allow someone to feel like, wow, she gets...
I'm sorry to interrupt your flow of this like video editing, all this stuff. Chikanko said your videos are all over the place and no one is gonna watch them. I know, but this is my bro, Jeremy. He's responsible for me getting my 2017 Prius onto the Lyft platform. I don't care. no one watches these videos. This is my life. This is my bro, my Airbnb host, extraordinary Jeremy, who helped me get my 2017 Prius onto my Lyft platform. I know he's a happening dude. Look like, I believe this was even prior to meeting Sharon. This was in my early 20s with a friend of mine named Dave, who's a raw fooder.
I can't tell you how many people I see driving with pouring rain with no lights on. I can't see the rear end of you. If it's a flash flood, you don't have lights on. That's what they're made for. Use your lights. I mean, then the worst thing that kills me is when people merge on from the on-ramps.
Oh, yeah.
That is there for you to get up to speed. We do not have to get over. The right lane does not have to get over to let you on.
Okay, let's start this evening as a distant. Dude, that was horrible. Do that again. Look at your beard. Are you going to shave it off? No, I'm going to grow it out. Do you have a problem with it? I'm the main dude. You're a sub dude. I'm the main dude. Let's do this again. Let's do this one more time. 6:22. Wow. Dude, you got to just leave your car here. It's parking Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's now 6:22. You're in front of you're in front of the Barrister building, dude, where you used to live back in the day. Most of this in the audience doesn't know this, dude, but let's just tell them. They may know it, but they probably don't know it. This is the exact place where I left Denver, Colorado from the Barrister building and ultimately the Newhouse Hotel across the street from Taki's Japanese restaurant. I took a one-way train ticket to Southern California, and that would close the page of Denver, Colorado. Are you in the kitchen or?
No, third floor.
Okay, third floor. Oh, by the place where I stayed upstairs, where the futon was, and and the desk up there, yeah. This is Diane.
You want knife plate, sir?
What's that?
You want knife plate?
Pretty amazing.
The halftime, dude, everyone singing in the stadium.
Yeah.
And the Niners, Cardinals game in Mexico. Supérame, porque ya te olvidé. No te feliz sin ti. Deberías hacerlo tú también. Esta historia se borró y no pienses escribirla otra vez. Y ya, supérame y deja hablar mal de mí. Tienes que saber perder. Ay, mira, no,
Igualito que sabes mentir, ya cambié de corazón y tú no vuelves a entrar aquí. Ya supérame, que no te arda estar sin mí.
Yeah! Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I thought I will read this book.
I have very mindfully selected this practice. Very, very mindfully. And when I'm on Tozan, it's a validation of that mindful process and acceptance and choice.
So the first thing I get back is set up my altar, and I bought a Butsudan, and I wanted to wait until I got to talk to a lot of members since I'm new. I've only been here for 3-4 months. I was chanting. I felt a big difference. We did a lot of chanting.
It's life-altering. And I'm not being histrionic when I say that. It is life-altering. You got it. It's like Reverend Martin. Just do it. Just do it.
I'm very emotional right now. I changed to the Don concert. I wanted to bring somebody with me.
It's the ultimate thing that you need to do for your practice. That is part of your practice.
Okay.
Okay.
And open the page to, well, my truck driving career with 2 companies. First company was a company called CRST. Now, I had not, well, dude, you were washing dishes at Talkie's restaurant. You didn't know about these trucking companies because you weren't looking for a job. You got a good point there. Okay. But here's the deal. My mother, my father were living in a place called Big Bear City, California. Dude, why don't we just go? It's like 6:25. We can take some quick videos of the Barrister Building, dude. And then Newhouse Hotel. And then we have to leave a car here because we no longer have a parking garage.
That is not the law. We are flowing with traffic. You need to flow on to traffic at the speed limit. That's why they have that merge ramp. And that, then they get so mad that you didn't let them on, and you're like, there's a car.
They're like deer in a headlight. This happens. I know LC, you said there's a car. Okay, it's in front of you. It's not behind you. It's in front of you. They see you. They're like deer in the headlights. Now stop. They're like, oh my God, what do I do? Just accelerate. Go. Just get going. You're in front of me, and they freeze up. And oh man, they just freeze up. And they don't realize when they freeze up, they're making it worse because you have this long tractor and trailer when they could just accelerate onto the lane. That happens over and over again. It just drives me crazy.
We can't pick up speed like that,
Right.
Once you slow us down, it's going to take us a while to pick up the speed and start going again. And then y'all are mad because we're slow. I'm like, well, you made me slow. So, it's just so funny. I guess they just don't realize how much what we carry, how much it weighs, and how much the tractor weighs. Like, technically, we can only put 45,000 pounds in the box. I've never had 45,000 pounds in a box because you have to add in your fuel. The most I've ever had is 43,000 in a box.
I got on a Lyft platform which led to 1 year, 8 months, 2,300 rides with Lyft. This is my bro, one of my best friends, Jeremy, playing a little bit. He's got a YouTube channel too. This is only going to take a couple minutes. This is not a traditional memoir. Yes, I tell stories from the past, but I have no interest in nostalgia, being sentimental, or retirement, and most memoirs require. This is not an advice book either. Although I like preachers, I'm not here to preach and tell you what to do. This is an approach book. I'm here to share stories, insights, and philosophies that can be objectively understood, and if you choose, subjectively adopted, by either changing your reality or changing how you see it. This is a playbook based on adventures in my life, adventures that have been significant, enlightening, and funny, sometimes because they were meant to be, but mostly because they didn't try to be. I'm an optimist by nature, and humor has been one of my great teachers. It has helped me deal with pain, loss, and lack of trust. I'm not perfect. No, I step in shit all the time. I step in shit all the time. I'm in it right now, right in the middle of, it's going to probably take me 90 days to get out of this, but I step in shit all the time and recognize it when I do. I've just learned to scrape it off my boots and carry on. We all step in shit from time to time, myself included. We hit roadblocks, myself included. We fuck up, I do, I just did. and it's costing me big time for about 90 days financially. We get sick, we don't get what we want. We cross thousands of could have done betters, I'm in it right now, and wish that wouldn't have happens in life. Last sentence. Stepping in shit is inevitable, so let's see it as good luck or figure out how to do it less often. Matthew McConaughey, one of my mentors. Now, oddly enough, I'll just finish this video clip, that I didn't even know about this book until April 24th, 2023. It's now September 9th, 2023. So kind of put things in perspective. Here in the States, in Brazil, it's summer. I don't know where Sylvia is. She could be in Brazil. She could be in England. Sylvia's my ex-Brazilian girlfriend I haven't talked to in over 20 years. Anyway, I brought that up because this is part of my book idea, or this, everything I'm doing now. The genesis of it actually was going to Brazil twice, December of 1998 and April of 99. For years and years and years and years after I came back, April 20th, 1999, all I could think about was driving to Brazil. Driving to Brazil was like a mantra, driving to Brazil. And so I thought that was going to be what I'm doing now. But it took 18 years, almost 2 decades, before I travel again. But this time, instead of going to Brazil or Sao Paulo, I went to Tokyo, Japan. And I wasn't driving a taxi or for airport specialist like I did when I met Sylvia. And I wasn't 45. I was in my 60s, because it was almost 2 decades. And I went out to Sao Paulo, which is the largest city in the Southern Hemisphere. I went to Tokyo. And my story shifted from driving to Brazil to driving to Tokyo, right? Now, just like Brazil, just like meeting Sylvia, I done my $100 quota today in about 3.5 hours. This is Wash Park. It's winter, obviously. I come here a lot in the summer, but it's actually cool to come here in the winter too. Obviously, there's a lot of snow on the ground. You can't see the grass, and there's going to be a lake up to the right I noticed it was frozen over. But the summer it looks quite different. And you can drive here, and then in the summertime, people are riding their bikes, rollerblading, jogging in this right lane here. So this is Wash Park. The other park I like, near St. Mark's Coffee House, this is about a 15-minute drive from my loft. It's a different part of town. I just happened to be going through here, or I chose to go through here on my way back to my loft. You can see the lake is frozen over. Looks quite different than summertime. I did a couple of videos over here. But this is winter and Wash Park. It's frozen over. I don't know if you can walk on it, but I wouldn't walk on the lake, but it's frozen. And you can still walk around the lake, but I'm gonna just sit here in my car. I didn't really plan on this. It's part of my life journey. It's my own green lights. And my story is told exactly the way I'm doing it right now on video. Now, Matthew McConaughey and Dean Graziosi, 2 of my 3 mentors, the others, Tony, early video mentors. Dude, you don't even have any light on. I know, I got up to use the restroom in my loft, dude, and I just felt inspired to make a late night video. Do you have a problem with it? No, I realize I'm the sub dude, you're the main dude, no problem. This is Christine, one of my video mentors on Hawaii Five-0, coming at you next. Stay tuned.
Anything? No, nothing. No phone, no wallet. This guy's got no ID on him. Just for a minute. Just for a minute. Just for a minute.
Call it in.
Hey! Hey!
Thank God.
Stop! Back away from the door. Back away! Back away! Stop! Stop! Junior, put the mask back on. Get it back on. Turn it on. Turn it on.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Listen to me. Can you hear me? There's a bomb on this door.
Look at me. You open this door, we're all dead.
Do you understand?
My partner, Detective Danny Williams, he has a gunshot wound to the chest.
We need the EMT. We need a cardiothoracic trauma specialist. We need the bomb squad here, right now.
Journaling and what they talk about, I actually have a clip. I have so much I can share, but obviously for you to understand what I'm talking about, you need to listen either to me or watch the videos. Because here's the deal. I realize whomever you might be, wherever you might be, you could be one of my Lyft riders. You can turn this video off anytime. But guess what? If it's an hour video, who knows if there's something on this 1 hour video that will speak to you and make a difference in your life. If you turn it off, or any clip, because it's not all the same. I have a lot. How does this time work good for you, this time? Does this time work good for you?
Good.
Okay.
It's not better than
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, because the morning, sometimes I was just really too tired. Because sometimes I can't sleep well and get up in the middle of the night. And then I go back to sleep. So this is better because I know I'm always going to be wide awake and I can make time with my business to come back here and do it. So this is a good time.
I see. Then what about 19th?
Okay.
Same time.
Okay. So you went to, can you tell me while you have some time left, can you tell me how it was going to the head temple? You said you went to the head temple?
Beautiful sky. So many people come.
Uh-huh.
High priest is very fine.
Uh-huh.
He prayed for us. I prayed for your happiness too.
Oh, did you go together with the whole temple like we did before?
Yeah. A bit, not so much.
Okay.
Hongyos members went to Taisekichi, but we went individually. We didn't get to.
Okay. Hey, one question I'm curious. Do you know when we went, remember we went and we met with the high priest and then we took a picture? Is that picture still at the temple? You know, the picture, all the pictures? Is that picture still there or do they eventually take them down? Because that was 3 years ago.
They changed.
Okay. Okay. I figured that because there's a lot of pictures that would accumulate in 3 years. But I have that picture. I have that picture. I took.
You have that.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. You know because it was special for me because I went to the first day with you. There was a picture on the entry point. Then we went together and we took a picture, and then they put that in the temple and the entry point. So it was like I went from just coming to the temple to going to the head temple and then having a meeting with the high priest and getting a picture of our whole group. And then that was on the temple. So that was real neat. You understand?
Yeah. In this year, we have special pilgrimage to Taisekichi. So you please come to Japan. From March to December, we have special ceremony Tozan.
Okay. So that would be a good time to come. Sometime between March, you said, and when?
March to December.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I can go twice a year like I did before, but I'm gonna try to go once a year. Yeah. Yeah. And did you see that meeting I went to? That small meeting I went to? Yeah. They
I watched.
they wanted you to come here sometime. You've never been to America, right?
Only Hawaii.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hawaii, but not.
well, that would be special. Do you know that one couple is from France, and they've been that one woman's been practicing since 1987 or something like that, and there was a Korean woman that's been practicing for 29 years, and then the Japanese man, he was the one that had hosted. He had a nice big room like yours where we chanted. And he was a very nice man. So it was a small group because they said there's a lot of people still not coming because of COVID. But it was a real nice group. And the woman that heads it, her name's April. She's always sending messages up to keep us informed on when there's special Zoom meetings and stuff.
I see. I have a word from Nichiren Daishonin for New Year. May I?
Yes, go ahead.
New Year's Day marks the first day, the first month, the beginning of the year, and the beginning of spring. A person who celebrates this day will gain virtue and be loved by all people, just as the moon becomes full gradually, moving from west to east, and the sun shines more brightly, moving from east to west. It's the word from Nichiren Daishonin about New Year.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, happy New Year, my friend. I appreciate you. Hey, remember I left my suitcase with you, that small suitcase? Yeah, it's funny. I left that thinking I was coming back in the spring. I didn't know I was going to be 3 years. That's funny. Yeah. But I'm glad I got to stay with you and your husband for 2 weeks. You know, that was a very treasured memory. So I'm looking forward to coming back again.
Yeah.
So I think we're out of time. We have about 2 minutes. So.
Start working at New Year.
What's that?
Your work started already.
Yeah.
Your work.
Oh, it's slow because of the weather the last couple days, but the hardest part is going to be winter because the weather gets cold and affects my driving. I just have to get through this 3 months, and then when the springtime comes, the weather won't be an issue, and then I can work harder when the weather's good all the way through fall. So when the weather's bad, I can have the money saved so I can take time off. You know, you understand? Because if I have to take time off because it's bad weather, I have to make it up because it's no income. But if I work hard in the summer and save some money to have some money, so when I can't drive because the weather's too cold and too icy, I have some savings. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Very nice, smart.
Yeah. But overall, I have a really nice Prius car. I have a nice apartment, and my life is much better than it was, last year this time. Remember, I was sleeping in my car, in Sneedus, and I was sleeping in my car here. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Did you set up Sudan already?
I have to still get a table. I have to get a table. I just have to go get a table. That's the only thing. I have to get I think what I have to do is just get a table, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and I can always get a nicer table before,
The member of Japanese Nichiren Shoshu believer live near here, near your house?
Yeah, the member I went to, they're only about a 15-minute drive or so. Where I had the meeting, it was only about 15 or 20 minutes. Very convenient. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. No, that was real. I appreciate you setting that up. They're very nice people, They said they have a priest comes out only once a year. And then when the priest comes, they have a big event in a hotel. It's a big thing once a year. Oh, we got 10 seconds. It's gonna run out. So thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
He gets me. When people say to me, why are you so good at sales? I think people are looking for a magic. Oh, if you do this, if you say this one hook. Yeah, there's a strategy. That's what we teach so much in Mastermind. There's so many great trainings about sales. But really, when someone asks me and it boils down to is, there's three things. I truly care about people. I care about you. I hope you feel that on an ongoing basis. That's why I'd never miss a Monday. I truly care about you. Number two, I love what I do so much that I feel bad if I don't get a yes. But number three is I want to meet you where you are. I want to let you feel understood. I want you to know I know the pain. I know the fear. I know what you're scared of. I also know your goals. I know your dreams. I know your desires. Why? Because I read thousands of your comments. I read your feedback obsessively. Leave me a message below. I will read it by the end of the week. I always do. That's why I'm set for next week. I want you to feel understood. I want you to know that I understand that it can be scary. I want you to understand I know what imposter syndrome feels like. I want you to understand that sometimes you feel like I'm too old or I'm out of the loop or there's too much competition or am I really an expert? Do I really know? No one knows my name. I don't have any followers. I'm not good on live. I know all that. I also know sometimes people in your life that you love dearly think this is crazy that you want to do your own thing or take it to the next level. I want you to feel understood because I've been there, but I also know the other side. When you gain skills, when you take uncomfortable action, you say, screw that, and you become the man or the woman you're meant to be, not the one sometimes we're settling to be. So this was a long way, a long approach to say selling is service, and you have to get a yes in order to expand your life, your business, your success, and your income. But isn't it cool to get a yes through letting people go, well, God darn it, Bridget gets me. Andrew gets me. Marvina gets me. Stephanie gets me. Patricia gets me. That's why I'm going to say yes to them. That's why I'm going to work with them. That's why I'm going to give them money, give them my respect, give them my commitment. So, people buy from you and learn from you when they feel understood, not just when they understand you. Meet people where they are. Enter their conversations. Finish their sentences. Let them feel they have an advocate in you, and you will earn their respect, you will earn their business, and your business will grow. That was my message for today. I hope that landed. I'm such an observer of people, and I do a lot of that. You guys wouldn't know this, but I'm a heck of an introvert. When there's people, even family at my house, it's hard for me not to want to stay in the kitchen, cook, take care of things, take care of the kids. It's weird. Maybe I talk so much for a living that when I'm home, I kind of want to be to myself. So I do a lot of listening, and watching people interact is so incredible. And those that are winning, they're the listeners. They're the ones that allow people to go, oh, they might not agree with me, but they hear me. All right. That's my message for today. For those of you who haven't seen, hopefully you got an email. We're doing one amazing Black Friday bundle. It's at deansblackfriday.com. Now, here's the cool part. If you are a yearly member of mastermind.com, you know what you have to do? Nothing. You're getting a bunch of cool bonuses because you are a part of our yearly family. If you're a monthly paying member, then you're going to want to go check out and see how you can upgrade for a huge discount, plus so many incredible bonuses. Even a live training I'm doing next month that you can't miss. It's going to be so good. I'm going to pull back the curtain on one of my biggest campaigns ever. It's really solid. We're doing it for our mastermind group that meets in here. It's a $25,000 a year mastermind group. They're an amazing family. I'm going to do a special training, and if you're a part of the Black Friday offer, a part of the yearly, you're going to get that and a whole bunch of other stuff. Go to deansblackfriday.com. You should check it out. If you're a yearly member, you don't have to do anything. If you're not, time to upgrade, and everybody else, go check it out. deansblackfriday.com. It's pretty special. All right, I appreciate you so much. People, learn from you, buy from you, say yes to you when they feel understood. Fall in love with your client. Fall in love with their success. Fall in love with your product. You'll never sell a day in your life, but you'll grow like mad. All right.
and I actually got this after I attended the event, but I'm going to read this to you. This kind of like sets the stage, and I can't possibly share all 24 hours with you, but I can share some. Also, Matthew McConaughey's virtual event that I saw on my dad's 90th birthday, April 24, 2023, was 6 hours. So obviously an hour-long video. I can't share all of that. Plus, I've been on a mastermind call, 10 minutes, every single Monday and Thursday with Dean for about 7 months. So I'm just going to do my best to at least give you an appreciation for why I feel Tony Robbins, Matthew McConaughey, and especially Dean Graziosi has made a huge difference in my life. So let me read this to you right now. Your ticket for Launchpad Live is confirmed. Let me see. I guess I can just zoom in. Your ticket for Launchpad Live is confirmed. Get ready for a fun 3 days full of next level capabilities, breakthroughs, and secrets to help you thrive in selling what you know. Maybe I can just do this. Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and some incredible guests will guide you through discovering your unique value and superpower, creating your perfect offer, finding and connecting with the people who truly need you, and unlocking the confidence to make a true impact in this world. So, get ready to be challenged to discover a new way of thinking. Then we'll take the uncomfortable action together to achieve the success you deserve. Launchpad. I attended right here in my loft. If you're not familiar with a virtual event, basically it's not at a conference room, it's not at a stadium, it's basically done through the internet. And for example, Matthew McConaughey's very first virtual event, he had 2 million people. I think there was 150 countries. The Launchpad event I attended had about 7,000 of us. I think 7,000 was, I think, 100 countries. And also the Own Your Future event, I attended August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th for 2 hours. I can't remember exactly how many, but the point is, they're all the people that attended all the events were people that were just like me, were exposed to it, saw value in it, and decided to go forward and continue, including the mastermind. The masterminds with Dean are every Monday and Thursday. Regardless of where I am, I get a text message and it says that Dean's live, and then I usually circle back, park my car in the garage, and come to my place and watch it and record it, and I will watch it multiple times. And I've had 7 months of those, so they've been incredible. So I'm going to share some of it with you right now. And I'm recording this November 26, 2023 from my Mercantile Square loft apartment right here in Denver. And I don't really necessarily need my 65-inch TV or my Mac Pro computer or my other 2 iPhones because this phone I have is a 1 terabyte phone. It has 2,900 videos, and I can walk out the door and take photos and videos and use iMovie. See, this video is 4 minutes and 14 seconds. As soon as I push stop, it will automatically go to my iMovie recent videos, and I can take this and either use it exactly the way it is, or I can edit it down to, like, if it's 4 minutes, I can edit down to four 1-minute videos, whatever I want to do. But this is my apartment, and I'm hoping and praying with all my heart I can save this apartment. I absolutely love where I live, and it's an important part of my life. So let's officially jump in and make this video just for you. So I'm going to sit down in this chair and do what I do usually 3 or 4 times a day around my lift schedule, and that is to make videos. I made over 3,000 of these in the last 3 years, so I hope you tag along and watch this video.
Months ago, but we just
we
connected.
Had to do, yeah. We brothers.
We just connected.
This
I
is
can't
how.
wait till my beard looks like yours.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
dead
like
serious.
this is how we do synchronistic
This
shit.
is how we do
synchronistic
synchronicity
stuff. We like
all day.
all day.
Get on his channel.
This is like
Get on
Ram
his
Dass.
channel.
This is Ram Dass. This is a Ram Dass dude.
We Ram Dassian like.
Ram Dass. Thank you, brother. And I'm a little sad right now. Last night, for example, at 2 o'clock in the morning in my loft, I was so fearful and anxiety ridden and starting to already thinking I'm gonna lose my apartment. And it's one of those things. I was sad. I just talked to my mom today. I was sad because my dad's dying. I was sad because a whole bunch of my friends that I care about, Sylvia, Sophia, Freddie, Chicago, even my own 2 sisters aren't talking to me. And I'm human. And I get sad. And also, you know, I've always struggled with depression for my whole entire life since my girlfriend, Carol Cook, committed suicide when I was 23. And now I'm 70. So, you know, I just, fortunately, April, my parking garage manager, I told her what happened. I said, I can't pay my parking this month. She was really cool. My parking's $280. It's almost $10 a day, but enables me to park my Prius anytime, 24 hours a day. I have covered parking, secured parking, 1 block from where I live. It's a necessary evil because of where I live. Now, for example, where I'm walking right now, City Park area, which is an area, in fact, I'm going to show you in a minute. There's a house I'm going to show you in about 2 minutes called the Gaylord House that I lived in 1992, when I first moved here in 1990. I lived in this beautiful mansion. I paid $200 a month. $200 a month, including utilities. Now, of course, this was now 31 years ago, and I was the #1 massage therapist at the Brown Palace. I gave up my car after I drove my Cadillac here. I sold it in the same exact neighborhood where the St. Mark's coffee shop is. I didn't have a car, so I didn't have a car. I didn't have insurance, so that saved me money. My rent was $200, including utilities. A beautiful, big mansion called the Gaylord House. While I was in the house, this is before I fell in love with Sylvia, I had my first girlfriend here, Debbie, for 2 years. She actually moved into this Gaylord House and rented a room. I had my room, and she had a room across the hall. And while we were in a relationship in the Great Gaylord House, I got her involved with network marketing, Mattel Botanicals, and then we actually switched from Mattel Botanicals to Herbalife. And we got hooked up with a man named John Peterson that coincidentally was the #1 distributor in the whole entire world of Herbalife. Now, take into consideration, this was 1992, 31 years ago. John Peterson and his wife, well, I don't know if they're actually going to tear this down or not. John Peterson was the #1 distributor of Herbalife. He was making $160,000 a month. And we were working directly with him. And Debbie had a room across the hall from mine, and we set her room up as our office where we were selling a product called Thermogenics, which was like a weight loss product. And we are using John Peterson's system of running these little ads in small little newspapers, and we were selling it. And then we were sending the Thermojects to customers, priority mail, and Debbie and I had the business going. I think my income got up around $2,000 a month at one point, and Debbie and I were doing it together. In fact, one of my friends that's still living here, John Wachter, was in our business, and another friend, I don't know where he is, Mark Gilbert, was in the business, and a chiropractor that was right around the corner here was in the business. I had 2 chiropractors in my downline. Wow, this place is all run down now. This is the place. It looks like it's completely run down, and it's vacant. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Now here's what's kind of funny. There's a guy named Brian Griese, who was the starting quarterback of the Denver Broncos. This is years ago. Oh, this place is completely run down. It's empty. It's completely empty. Well, it's completely empty and vacant. Not like when I was living here. But here's what happened. Till recently, the starting quarterback, used to be the starting quarterback of the Denver Broncos, who's now on TV, Brian Griese, turned this place into, called Judy's Place, and turned it into a place to put up grieving kids whose parents, often the mom, had died of cancer. Well, this is completely vacant and run down. But anyway, he's successful to have this place. I'm going to turn around and show it to you. My bedroom window was right here. I'll show you. This was my bedroom window. Even though nobody's watching them, I still
I'm watching them. Every now and then, man, I get on there and I see. I'm like, I wonder what Doug's up to. I wonder what his last video was.
Have you noticed me?
I'm noticing.
Okay. I love this dude because he's a young dude. I'm like 69 fucking years old.
But you don't look or act 69.
I don't act
younger,
69.
You know?
I'm a younger dude.
Yeah, I feel it. You got the young energy.
I'm like a 30-something year old in a 69-year-old body.
Exactly.
And that's the key to life, dude.
It is.
And look you're just going for it. I didn't even tell you what to put in here.
Oh, I already know. You can tell, what kind of meat you doing though? That's the big one.
I guess I would do chicken.
Let's do chicken.
It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you.
Doug likes it all.
Yeah, I like it all.
He likes
Hey,
everything.
I want you to know, folks out there in the listening audience, Chicago, Kyoto, Kazato, this is like the main American dude here. Like, hi, Kazato, hi.
You do just queso, right? Or you do both?
Yeah, we could do both.
Let's do
So
both.
if we have anybody coming from Tokyo, dude, and here's my dream, my bucket list thing.
What's your bucket list?
I want to bring Matthew McConaughey here.
Dude, let's do it. I'm down. I'm always down.
You know, that's my dream, to bring Matthew McConaughey to meet Josh in the back kitchen here.
That's it. You hear that?
Josh, I want my main goal before I died, bro, is to bring Matthew McConaughey in here to meet you.
That would be sick. I would love to meet Matthew McConaughey.
He's a cool dude, from what I know.
I'm sure he is. I can imagine. He's probably, yeah. So how's that going? It's going well?
It's going well. I'm still on the Matthew McConaughey things. Tony Robbins and Matthew and Dean just did a major thing just 4 days ago. 2 hours a day. It's called Own Your Future.
Ooh, what's that about?
It's about being the best version of yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do, dude.
That's awesome, man. I could tell. You're always trying to do
the next level, dude.
You're trying to do what you want to do, but you're trying to do it
next level, man.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm trying to inspire you because you're a young dude. You said you're a music engineer?
Yeah, I do music stuff. I do music production stuff. Yeah.
And my best friend, Christopher Stone, is a sound engineer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
And I want you to meet him. I'm gonna pay for his fucking airline ticket to come and meet you.
Hell yeah. Where's he live?
He lives in Mount Shasta, California.
Oh, California.
I'm gonna make a video with some of his production stuff.
Yeah,
if you
man.
go to YouTube, type in Christopher Stone.
Christopher Stone.
Okay, you'll see his shit.
Oh shit. Hell yeah. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
You just do the nachos? You don't want to drink? You don't want anything fun? Cookies, nothing like that?
I guess I'm gonna do this. I can't believe I bumped into you again.
I know, man. I'm excited. I love seeing you here in the mornings. I didn't know you came in the morning.
No, because I wanted to see you, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You're on the lows in the back. No,
I know, they got
I
me
gotta
working.
tell, because we don't have any customers waiting for us right now. Most people are camera shy.
I'm pretty camera shy still. I'm a little camera shy for
You
sure.
could be an actor, bro.
I don't know about that.
I hope because I get connected, Matthew, he discovers you.
Hey, that would be. I'll take it. I will gladly take it if that's the case.
Well, let's put that on our thing to do.
Let's do it.
Anyway, I'm going to turn this.
Maybe an indigestion for the memory caught up with you, where you got inspired, where maybe something happened to you on the road trip where you changed for the better. Share your favorite photos and videos with me on social media, and I'll share them with you. At Officially McConaughey, #Highway to More, because that's the point of this whole gig. When we take a road trip, it's not just like we're going nowhere. We're going somewhere. Hopefully trying to get more out of where we're going and be more of ourselves when we get back.
So, Sophia's my main soul sister that really helped me. The very first night I called her and I told her about it, and she was real compassionate. She understood that I'd be, freaked out and disappointed and all kinds of emotions, but she's the one that said, why don't we reframe this? You had your human mind that you wanted to drive 5 more years and do all this, but Spirit had another plan for you. And now you don't have to drive 5 more years. And that's kind of what we're working on. This is the Freedom Tour, our first Freedom Tour. Yeah. So she's the one that's kind of got me to reframe everything in a very positive way versus being a victim of the circumstances. And I bring something to the table too. She was my guru, my coach, and now she's my van coach. She's the van.
Nomadic coach.
And she's totally awesome. She understands what I'm going through because I respect and love Sophia because I understand where she's come from and where she is today. And she herself went through huge transformation. And you could say that maybe on a logical level, you'd say, oh my God, but she went through it. And I was there with her. That's what now she's here for me, It's kind of funny how life works out, And we've known each other probably, 8 years. The time flies so.
I think it's longer than that. Like almost 10 years.
Almost
now.
10 years.
Since the day in the office.
It's the day in the office. We still talk about that.
No, this is the day in the office.
This is the day in the office. This is I've got my money's worth.
Nomad life is the day. Nomad life is the day in the office.
I had no comprehension. And that's the thing, folks. When I'm making these videos, one of the messages I have, first of all, I'm really just documenting this for myself. Whether I have anybody watch my YouTube channel, like, comment, it's awesome if you do. But the realization I had when doing this channel is it's awesome if you want to tune in and check it out and check out what I'm doing. Cool. But I don't even want my expectations to be like I'm disappointed because I only get a couple likes or I have only 18 subscribers. It isn't about that. It's about documenting my life because my life is worth documenting. And I've had I told Sophia this morning, I've had this weird paradigm thing that I just started doing this because Spirit told me to do this. And it's like speaking to me through this video experience. We tune into our higher self in whatever way Spirit wants us to, and it's chosen this way. So I'm just going with it. So anyway, I'm going to turn the video off. I'm not going to videotape everything. Just wanted to check in at the entrance. We're going to be driving about 2 hours or so in my Subaru. This is kind of the kickoff tour. This is our first full day, and the bottom line, I've decided already that I'm not going to drive anymore. I'm going to basically retire and use this experience to go forward in a real positive way versus going, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? You know? So anyway, we'll check in later. Now, I was hoping that it looks like my best audience and the people most interested in my story, whether it's Tokyo, truck driving, or just my story in general, are my Lyft riders. Just yesterday, I picked up a fellow, brought him to work at Target, who was involved with logistics, who was going to watch my videos. Then, in the evening, I worked into the evening yesterday, I picked up a young lady, and she was real excited about watching my videos. Now, here's where I'm going with this. It seems like my Lyft riders are my most interesting, the people that are most interested in my story, because I tell them, you're in my car, I'm talking to you live, it's not a video, and I'm taking you to where you're going. And originally, when you requested a ride, you only knew that I was Douglas, your driver. You didn't know anything about me. That went to Tokyo, that was a truck driver, and I didn't know anything about you. We started as two people just meeting each other for the first time, and Lyft was our connection. Now, I'm going to talk to people that may be watching this, they don't understand the Lyft business. It's one of the things I want to talk about. The Lyft business, I am a driver, and the customers have their own app. And when I accept a ride, anytime 24 hours a day, I automatically get the GPS directions and how much I'm making, where I'm going, everything is right there. Now, I don't have to take the ride. I can actually let it go. But I take most every ride, regardless of where it is, how much the ride is, and I go pick up the people that I'm picking up. Sometimes it's more than one person. Now, the rider, they see me accepting, they can see how far away I am, how long it's going to take, and they can actually see my car coming up to them. Now, almost 90% or 100% of the time, often the rider's there when I drive up. They get in my car, I say, hello, I'm Douglas. And then sometimes any number of things can happen. I have riders that are listening to music, they're maybe with another person talking, or they're going to work and they just want to zone out. I don't talk to every single rider. However, out of 2,300 people I've picked up, I can't tell you the exact number, but I've had a lot of magical connections that have led to the riders subscribing to my channel. Now, in some cases, I have lots of time to talk, and they're interested in Japan or interested in my story, and I have a chance to tell them a big part of my whole story. In other words, that I came here to Denver at age 37. I lived here 18 years. I grew up in San Diego from age 7 to 37. And then I've been gone 14 years, and I've had a chance to share my story and also ask about theirs. How long have you lived in Colorado? And a lot of people are Colorado natives, or some cases they moved from somewhere else, or they may be just visiting a relative, or they may be here for a convention, any number of things. But I also tell my Lyft riders the truth. I'm so happy to connect with people again. Although I was perfectly fine being alone in the truck driving was, well, a solitary experience. I left home after being home alone and taking a shower, doing my laundry, visiting with my folks. I would go to the terminal, jump in a truck and go. And for pretty much a whole month at a time, I was driving alone every single day, usually 10 or 11 hours a day. I drive to a truck stop, park, maybe use the restroom, get something to eat, maybe take a shower, and I would close the curtains and be on my own. And then when I came home, I lived alone. And you have to be this kind of person, I often tell my writers, that you're okay with being alone. And I'm not talking about just for a little while. I'm talking about for, in Knight's case, a decade. Now, I also have told them my Japan side of things. So, in short, the bottom line is, I believe I have a book in me called Drive to Tokyo. Now, these videos are what I feel is kind of concept. It's kind of like flushing out the story. It's my opportunity to kind of tell the story, but in a visual format that also would be complementary to the mastermind, Dean Graziosi and Matthew McConaughey's views that they understand the value of journaling, because Tony and Dean and Matthew McConaughey have been journaling 30 minutes in the morning, preferably handwritten, and 30 minutes in the evening. Why? Well, I'm going to probably play something that Dean does a really good job. I can tell you what he's going to say, but I'd like you to actually experience it yourself, so you can experience some of the things I have, so we can have some common ground. But what Dean said when he was talking to Matthew McConaughey. Now, there's a woman I think subscribed to my channel that was my customer last night that said she loves Matthew McConaughey, and I said, go to the front of my videos. There's a lot of Matthew McConaughey there. I just discovered Matthew McConaughey myself April 24th, 2024. April 24th, 2023, which happened to be my dad's 90th birthday. And of all things, it was called The Art of Living. Now, it really caught my attention because I was here and not with my dad on his 90th birthday, because everything changed in my life. I lost my job. My parents sold the house I called home. I car camped successfully in Encinitas, my van, but then my van stopped running. I bought this Prius in California. I had to have a temporary registration, go back out to Arizona. By that point, the house had sold, and I was kind of forced into going to a plan B, which was coming to Colorado. And there's been much more than that that's happened. But in the end, my whole world was tipped upside down. Now, according to Matthew's Green Light book, you could say those years I was with Knight, 3 years into my trucking career, I was in what I would call a Dean Graziosi and Matthew McConaughey, a green light zone. Most of us, I think, have had them. For example, they could be your firstborn. I have some friends, Brian and Sandy, that had their first baby. And it's a big deal for them. It just changes your life when you have a child. Now, my own parents when they had me, my dad was 20. My mom was 18. They were high school sweethearts. This was September 13th, 1953. So I was their firstborn, and that changed their life forever. Then my sisters were born. But my parents were high school sweethearts, and I was, like Brian and Sandy had their first boy. We're pretty excited about having a newborn. Now I'm 70. Whole lifetime has gone by. Now, a green light zone can also be, in my case, I love driving a truck. I saved $37,000. 8 years into my career, and about 18 years after I went to Brazil to see my ex-girlfriend, Sylvia H. Santos, on my second trip to Brazil, I would go to Tokyo. Now, when I came back from Brazil, just some additional backstory, after making 2 trips to Brazil, I had no idea, nor I intended to make another international trip, or did I think about going to Tokyo. It wasn't on my radar. I had no idea also that when I was driving a taxi, because I was driving a taxi when I met Sylvia originally in the spring, same time of year, April, same time of year, except it was April 1998, about 25 years ago, I met Sylvia. Again, unplanned event that dramatically changed my life. Maybe not long term, but it was the first international trip I'd taken since my girlfriend Carol Cook shot and killed herself and bled to death when I was 23, and I was living in Southern California, and I had a complete breakdown, sold everything I owned, quit my job, and the first international trip I took, of all places, was Europe. So my point is, it's kind of interesting the way my life, if you look at the big picture, has turned out, that I've made 3 big life-changing international trips in 3 different ways, for 3 different reasons. Europe, Brazil, and then Asia. Now, frankly, I don't know what's on the horizon. And I'm 70. I don't foresee, there was big gaps. From the time I went to Europe, I think it was around 22 years went by before I went to Brazil. And then it was about 18 years from when I went to Brazil and came back that I went to Asia. So time is of the essence. I honestly, there may not be another trip on the horizon except potentially going to Japan. The last thing I want to say that my Lyft riders often ask me is, am I going back? Well, my passport has expired, so I have to take care of that. And frankly, truthfully, that window of time I had where I went to Japan 5 times in 2 years and I traveled in a truck 2,000-3,000 miles a week all through the summer, that's never going to happen again. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. When I was doing that, I thought to myself, I want to do this another 5 years. And then COVID happened. Now, Matthew McConaughey would say, COVID was a red light. So I'm bringing all this up because I am mentoring, I told a young lady yesterday, I'm mentoring with Matthew McConaughey, Tony Robbins, and Dean Graziosi, but virtually. So I'm not going to talk about right now, but I will talk about the difference between virtual and a real event, and talk about Empower Network, how it is very similar to Mastermind. I'm going to talk about the benefits I've got to help me through this very difficult time. I'm not on the other side of it yet. And where I am, where I'm going, and how I got here. It's lots to unpack. So I'm going to drop off. I just thought I'd set the stage with this short 12-minute video. In Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. It's mountain. Big Bear City's a ski resort town outside of Los Angeles, San Diego, where my parents built their 4th and final home. And Jerry and Shirley said they ought to come out and take a look at this house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. So they drove all the way out there. Arizona City, completely different than Big Bear City of the mountains. So they drove out here, looked at it, paid $47,000 cash for it. 3 bedrooms, 2-bath, 2 double-car garage, master bedroom on one end. And they told me they got me a house. And they would end up buying another one for themselves about a mile away, the West Mod Salon. And a 3rd one for my dad's art studio. That was back in the early stages of my truck driving career when I was driving for CRST doing teams before going on to Phoenix. And working for Night Transportation, where I'd start with Night, I believe it was May of 2012. Love's was at the same exit as Arizona City House, exit 200, and the Petro was across the highway, so there were like Love's, Petro, TA, Pilot, Flying J within a few miles of my Arizona City House. perfect given I was a truck driver. I drove my Volvo home the first 3.5 years when I was with Knight Transportation. I drove my brand new Volvo home. In fact, I got it my Doug Werma channel. And now it's been, gosh, I think 2 years and a handful of months since I lost my job with Knight Transportation. After I picked up my last load, Spokane, Washington, with my Kenworth T680. When I picked it up at Inland Empire Paper, I didn't know that would be my last time I'd ever drive a truck or pick up my last load. That's part of the mystery of life. It was an apartment, so I had no neighbors, nobody through my walls, so I could get up in the middle of the night and make a video. I had a 42-inch TV in my master bedroom. It was cool because I could play my music, make videos. I didn't hear anybody around me because there's no neighbors. I can show you through Google the 3-bedroom, 2-bath house I lived in, or should I say, came home from my home time, because I was only home for 4 days out of the month. But I loved my time at home. And back in the day, Arizona City, I also came home and I saw my folks. At first, they had their West Mazatlan house. In fact, they paid cash for my house first. And I bought a washer and dryer, stove, and a refrigerator because the house didn't have a stove or a refrigerator. But it was not apartment living. And then they bought their West Mazatlan house. They had at least, probably 6 years. And then also my dad's man cave right down the street. My dad set up the garage as an art studio. So I think it was the first, it had to be at least 6 years I lived, or should I say I came home to my 14380 South Capistrano Road home. Then the second thing that happened, there's a couple, there was actually, I think, 3 changes. Chicago would end up calling me when I was up in I was up in Seattle, actually. I had not heard from Chicago for 4 years. Anyway, long story short, she told me she was moving back to Denver from Okinawa, Japan, and she was going back to Denver. Well, I extended an invitation I told her I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house my parents paid cash for. I didn't pay any rent or mortgage, but I did pay the rest of the expenses, the sewer, water, electricity, internet. And I had a guest room on the opposite end of the house where my master bedroom was, plus a bath that if she wanted to come to Arizona City, she could stay or technically live in the guest room. Plus, it had always been one of my dreams that Chicago would meet my folks someday. So that was the next part of the house. Chicago for 2 years living in my mother and father's house. Now I'm in an apartment at 14380 South Capistrano Road, Arizona City, Arizona 85123. I'm in my Mercantile Square loft, and I still love making videos, but it's no longer house living. I have $1,100 rent, and I live in the heart of downtown Denver, and I'm gonna make this video. I love making videos. Now, when I moved into this loft I wanted to say from Arizona City, but truthfully, you could say technically I moved into my loft from my car, because I came here 2 years ago from Arizona City, but I slept in the front seat of my car April, May, June, July, into August. So Technically, I was sleeping in the front seat of my car when I moved into this loft, August of 2022.